What's up? We're back live at Fanbase Forward 2025. Invest, innovate, impact. I am here right now with Kika Wise, co-founder of Black Box, a startup that helps people franchise their businesses. Hello, Kika. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me on Fanbase Forward 2025.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing well, super excited about what Fanbase is doing.
So franchising can feel like a big step for people. Can you explain like the process and how that happens as someone that wants to maybe take their small business and franchise it?
Yes, most people think about the franchisee, the person who buys a brand and opens a store and runs it. There's not a lot of discussion about the franchisor, the person who owns all of the rights to the store, the brand, and sells units to other people. So most small businesses don't realize that they too can be a national brand like McDonald's, Blimpies, Chick-fil-A. All they have to do is go through the franchise process, which is really a lot of paperwork, some legalities involved, and reshaping the operations and systems
Hmm.
taught to someone else. And that's essentially what franchising is. So it's a process, and you do have to go through this process in order to officially be called a franchise.
So how do you envision a partnership between Black Box and Fanbase in helping entrepreneurs franchise their businesses? I mean, we've been talking about this, so I wanted to make sure we tap in on that.
Yes, and for us, Fanbase is where we are going to host our community. We've been building our franchise community for a while now. We've been looking for a home. And so when I think about Fanbase and all the amazing things that you all are doing and bringing the education about the franchise world to it, it just aligns so well with us. So the reason why we love Fanbase is because we're going to be able to educate the community on franchising, answering questions, and just providing so much value in using Fanbase as a home for our community.
Education is important in teaching people how to do this. So how do you envision or using Fanbase to educate people on how they can utilize Black Box and take their business to the next level?
So we have a course that teaches all about franchising. And so what we're going to do is have audio rooms that are assigned to different topics within our educational course. So we'll have rooms where you can go into and actually learn all about franchising and how you can, by the end of the room, the audio room, you'll be able to take the tools and the lessons that you've learned, and you'll be literally able to enhance your business as soon as the room's over. So we're all about giving actionable steps. Even if you're not ready to franchise, there are still some things you need to know. So we're going to be utilizing the audio rooms, changing the themes every so often, and just educating the community on practical steps they can take to take their business to the next level.
Give me a success story that you can share about how someone had a small business and now you're turning that business into a franchise for 'em.
It's so funny because now I'm like, we have another success story, but I don't know if I told you about this one.
Oh, really?
But
Okay.
it's called there's a concept I in 2021, I helped this concept franchise. Shout out to Daryl Smith. He owns Wing It and Sip It out of San Antonio. I helped them with their franchise development in 2021, and to this day, I believe they have, like, 13, franchise locations, and
Wow.
so he he went through the process. He really applied himself to learning about how the franchise world works, and immediately he was able to start selling franchises, and he still has them, and they're thriving and they're successful. So I would say my biggest success story would be Wing It and Sip It.
Wow. That's awesome. See, this is why we doing this. Cause we gotta really like utilize, these platforms. And I think Fanbase serving as a hub to be able to do that for what we're doing. So before we go, what advice would you have for entrepreneurs or creators that want a franchise? Like what steps do they need to take before maybe they even meet you and figure that out? Because I know sometimes you might meet someone, they have to go back and do some work that they hadn't done before. And be like, man, I got to fix this up so we can get you right. So what advice do you have for aspiring franchisors?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah.
The biggest piece of advice I would give is to start firing yourself from your own business. Most people don't even know what that means. Most people are stuck behind the front desk. If they don't answer the phone, if they don't send out emails, the business does not function. In order to be a franchise, the business has to be self-sufficient. It cannot rely on you. If it relies on you, it's a job, which is fine. But if you're trying to build a business and later on a franchise, it has to operate without you even picking up the phone or being there. So one of the first things that I suggest everyone does is write a list of all the things that you currently do in your business, things that you love, things that you hate doing, and cross out all the things that you don't enjoy doing. Those things that you cross off now become a task for someone else. Hire that person, have them do those tasks that you don't enjoy doing. Now they have a role within your organization, and now you're able to delegate some of the work so you're not doing everything so you can get from behind the front desk. And now, if you keep doing that after time, the business will be self sufficient and it won't rely on you for its daily existence.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, I had to actually learn that here at Fanbase, and it's been a blessing to kind of delegate authority and allow other people to do things. It's just trust. There's trust that's involved.
Yeah.
But it was the best decision ever because it allows me to be the CEO of the company, and I just get to imagine and dream big and be the visionary. You know what I'm saying? And don't worry about the little things all the time. So, Keek, I want to thank you for coming to Fanbase Forward. I'm excited for what we're going to be doing in 2025. I appreciate you stopping by. And we will talk to you very, very soon. But thank you for stopping by. Shout out to Black Box. Can't wait to get started.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We'll be right back.